Okay, to continue with chapter 5, 5.2 is the Consumer Price Index. Okay, so I just kind of add this into chapter 5. It's nice to look at statistics and how things are moving in the economy a little bit. You probably are on do a couple web activities to kind of get a feel for looking at the graphs and how things are changing with the products and how statistics are used to mark those and display that information. So we're going to look quickly at the Consumer Price Index and the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Okay, now really what the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, does, they pretty much keep track of how much a dollar can buy you. Okay, they're looking at how things are changing in prices, how wages are changing, and they're figuring out how much can that dollar pay, how much can it buy now compared to other times. So it really looks at the inflation, okay, the value of a dollar. Okay. The Consumer Price Index measures the change in the price of goods and services over time, controls things like Social Security, how much people are going to be able to get from their Social Security. It's going to be things like that, saying, okay, the price of oil, the price of heating a home, these are getting more expensive, so the Social Security payouts are going to be a little more. Those are the types of things that are looked at for this. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail. The one thing I do want to talk about is an index number. This measures a change in a value. So what it's going to do is going to give us, the index number is going to give us a value of how much change this product costs now compared to before. So it compares the new value to the base value, which is going to be our starting value. And the formula is the value divided by base value times 100. Okay? So there's the formula where I need to know for this information. Okay? On the Price is Right, the average price of cars that were given away was $3,500 in 1975. The average price of the cars in 2018 was $24,000. What is the price index using the year 1975 as the base? Now, when it says using the year 1975, it means the value of 1975. How much were cars back then in 1975? Over here, the 3,500. Okay, so if I'm doing this calculation, okay, it is the value, which now is 24,000, divided by our base, which is 3,500, times 100. And that's going to be the index number. So if you plug that in quickly, you should get 685.7, and that is our index number. Okay? So there's just a quick calculation for the index number. We'll talk a little more about what that tells us in a second. I want to do a couple more examples first. Okay, so there was one example. Okay. 1 pound of chicken wings sold for 5 cents in 1964. 2018, the price increased to $4.68. What is the index number using 1964 as the base? So again, the 1964 price is our base. So we're looking at $4.68. 5 cents is our base. And we're timesing 100. That should give us an index number of 9,306. Okay? 9,360. So a much larger index number. Okay? You can see it's a pretty big change. 5 cents to $4.68. Okay? Let's do one more example now before we talk about the index number. Okay? Stanley Staples cost $1.39. Okay? $1.39 in 2004. In 2010, it was still $1.39. What is the index number? So you should be able to think, okay, $1.39, $1.39. I know what my index number is going to be. Let's do the work real quick. $1.39 divided by $1.39 times 100. That should, if you plug it in real quick, calculate to 100. So what does that 100 mean for the index number? Well, $1.39 in 2004, $1.39 in 2010, and our index number was 100. 100 is the baseline. If your index number is 100, that means it is not changing. It did not change. Okay? Any value above or below 100 means there's going to be change, either increasing or decreasing. If it's above 100, the amount it is greater than 100 is the percent increase for that product. If it's below 100, it's the difference. That's going to be the difference is going to be the amount decreased in percentage. Okay, so think about that when you're looking at your index number and thinking, okay, those chicken wings, 9,360. Okay, think of that value as how much it's increasing. If you see how far away it is from 100, chicken wings increased a great amount. Okay. Okay, looking at this example, a Walkman cost $69.99 in 1988. 2005, a Walkman sells for $15.99. Okay, find that index number. We have $15.99 divided by $69.99 times 100. So now we're going to have an index number that's less than 100. Our index number is 22.846. Now the difference between that and 100, since it's less than 100, that means it's decreasing. I mean, we should be able to see $69.99 compared to $15.99. We know it's going to be decreasing, but by how much? Well, if we look at it, the difference here, 77.154, that's the percent difference we're looking at there, okay? Because that's the difference from 100, okay? And you can even see the work there. 100 minus our 22.846 gives us our 77.154. Okay? So it's the difference is going to be the percentage of difference increasing or decreasing depending on if it's less than 100 or greater than 100. And one last thing I want to talk about is a fixed market basket. Now what this is going to be, this is the total cost for a collection of goods or services. So this is when, okay, we're not just looking at a single item now. We're going to be looking at, okay, if this is a service you're providing, how much does all the things cost for you to provide that service? And that's how much the service should look at. So here, lawn care in 2018, gas is $2.99 a gallon, seed treatment is $8.77 a week, and labor is on me $16 an hour. Okay? If we look at this, okay, say 2 gallons it costs per week. 1 week of treatment is $8.77. 3 hours to do the lawn. Your total cost here would be $62.75. Okay, this is the lawn care price index for 2018. Okay, so this is saying, okay, the service for all this, everything that takes into account for all these services or to complete this service, the total cost is $62.75. Okay, that's the lawn care price index for 2018. Okay, so that was just a very quick, very basic look at consumer price index, and it's a little thing I add on to chapter 5.